design cause, comes from the word design, and the word cause, and cause actually meaning because. So we're a design first, a design led company. So we keep users, at the center of it, because, they are the reason we are in business. Cause is like, keeping the users like at the center of it, understanding their motivations, fears, all of that. Because design actually transforms, right, from a problem solving perspective, in being able to evoke, like a user's emotion to get him to take action. Like, since we are, like going towards a cause, and transforming, through design, that's how the name came into being. So we are based out of Mumbai, Andheri in specific. I mean, since we've been going organically through word of mouth, Mumbai is where, most of like 80% of our clients are in. So the thing is, right, I mean, when we started our journey, 9 years ago, I mean, at that point, we were just excited, with anyone that came to us with an idea. And, looking at the passion that founders have, like, almost everyone like wants to change the world and, disrupt the industry, right? So that has been, very inspiring. And that's what, that has led to the journey. So initially it was a lot of fun, and again, right, like, as an entrepreneur, it is like a long journey. Like, first you launch, and then product market fit, and then growth, and like you reach one milestone, you get to the next and the next, and it's a never ending journey, right? Like, we've been like on the runway, for over 9 years with startups. That whole journey, has been exciting. And since we've acquired like a lot of domain expertise, working with founders, I mean, that's our core focus. And yeah, and like I said, right, today, like 80% of our business comes from Mumbai, because, like, founders are generous with their referrals. Like, once they like you, they're pretty loyal. And that's the reason, like, word of mouth, at least in Bombay, it has spread. But now, like, we plan to change geographies, getting into like every city, like startup city, like of the country and of the world. That's our objective, like, for the next year. So generally, founders come to us with an idea, and they want to launch. So our USP is, like, when it comes to launching, many agencies can help you launch, but no one really takes accountability post-launch. I mean, like, after they're done with the design and it launches and your startup fails, it is none of their problem. But, our business model is different. Like, we invest in the founder and in the journey, and we make money in, like, when they raise a Series A. The reason they come to us is because we have product market fit expertise. So because we've been on the runway like for over 9 years, we kind of know the stumbling blocks, that you face like on the journey, and what's the path of least resistance, right? Because see, for a lot of founders, product market fit is a black box, like with a lot of unknowns. So you want to work with someone who've been there, done it before. Like, it's not about that, oh, you give me the idea, like I give you the design and it's done. Like, for you, the fear is more around, will your startup succeed? Will you be able to take it to the next milestone, right? That expertise is what we bring to the table. So it's not that, okay, I mean, this is your idea, what's out there in the market, like what's your GTM strategy, how do you... So we come in as genuinely invested in your success. We are with you like in the times that you're struggling, and that trust that we end up building goes a long way. I mean, that's the reason why after you raise a Series A, you would be like, you only build my team. There is anyways no need, like, for you to go to the market and hire, right? And that's where, so once you tell me, give me 5 designers, 10 designers, that's when we make the money. But for us, even the relation, like long-term relation with the founder, and that actually goes a long way, like, when it comes to referrals or, other opportunities and stuff like that. That's how we are pretty much different. Yeah. So that's true. So our mission is to be every founding team's first and last design hire, by playing it with skin in the game. And we are actually looking at disrupting the job market. Because see, the thing is, right, the job after a company raises Series A is when like everyone, comes in saying, I want a job, and, this package, that package, and all of that, right? But no one is there to actually help a founder in the initial phase when they're actually bootstrapped. So we focus this, I mean, later you end up reaping the benefits anyways. But that's what we are looking at, like getting people aligned to the success of the startup, because it's understood, like, you know, in business, like only if you succeed, like I would succeed, right? So we are trying to build like a workforce that is aligned, you know, to the success of a startup. So we've been fortunate, you know, to work with, you know, really smart folks, you know, in the industry, and like, you know, a couple of serial entrepreneurs, you know, like startups at different stages. We launched Acko. So when, you know, I mean, back in 2017, paperless claim, you know, was actually something unheard of. So, you know, right from taking it to an idea, you know, I mean, getting the basic MVP in place, and then, yeah, that it raised the highest seed funding that, you know, a startup could ever raise, right? And for that matter, like, so we worked with Razorpay as well. So Razorpay had almost 3 lakh, you know, service ticket volume, like coming on the portal, like in terms of people, you know, with a lot of queries and stuff like that, right? And I think post the redesign, we were able to reduce, you know, the service ticket volume by almost 50%, because, you know, like the interface got more intuitive. You could actually find, you know, what you want and stuff like that, right? Another example is like, say, CoverFox. So for CoverFox, I mean, insurance like is heavily dependent on call centers, because I mean, people have too many questions and all, right? But post the redesign, unassisted conversions, like, I mean, almost went up by 200%, because like we made the journey very playful, you know, self-explanatory, such that people would intuitively, you know, complete the workflow on the, you know, on the app itself, without actually, you know, having to call the call center. So that way is, like, you know, we are hardcore problem solvers. We like to get to the root cause, you know, of a problem, diagnose it well, you know, before we get into solutioning. We've been good with metrics, like, you know, in actually being able to, you know, deliver a measurable impact, right? And for us, it's not about, like, you know, one time like display of creativity or one time display of metrics, right? We are able to improve it consistently. So even in the team, we have people, you know, that are good optimizers, people that, you know, are good maximizers, like, I mean, you know, different personality types, so that depending on the kind of problem, you know, you're solving, we have a designer that fits in. So especially if I have to, you know, I mean, improve metrics, like I'm looking for a designer, you know, that can actually optimize the design month on month, you know, so that you can see consistent, you know, results. So yeah, I mean, those were a few of our campaigns. And yeah, like, so we worked with like Super Gaming, like we worked with Tegro, within fintech, mental health, One Finance, Conversion, like, so there are, yeah, I mean, quite a few, you know, startups we've been working with. So since we've been in the industry for almost 9 years, we've acquired, you know, domain expertise like across multiple, you know, industries, right? Fintech, healthcare, you know, fashion, e-commerce, and stuff like that. So the thing is, every domain is different. The complexity level is different. What they expect is different, and that's the reason why even the designers are different. So, for example, if I'm designing a B2B product, okay, that's trying to improve operational efficiency, I need a system level thinker, like, you know, someone who is systematic, organized, operational, like someone who can think in systems, root cause analysis, attention to detail. You know, that's the kind of designer we would put on the project. Whereas a fun loyalty app, then I need a designer who is good at giving surprises, because, you know, what you're looking for is, you know, that novelty, you know, element, out of the box thinking, you know, and to get, like, if I have to improve engagement, you have to take the user by surprise. So there, someone more creative, you know, would be better. So yeah, and then again, right, like, so say if for example, if I'm you know, trying to disrupt the finance industry with a product that, you know, doesn't exist in the market, like it's, you know, the first and one of its kind, then you need a designer with a vision, like good abstract thinking, who is good with vision, insights, like opportunities, like, you know, to be able to understand, you know, like abstract constructs. Because you know, especially when founders with a vision like one of its kind, you know, you're trying to launch, there's a lot of loss in translation. So someone who understands like, where are you today, where do you want to go, how to bridge the gap, that's the kind of skill set we're looking at, right? And again, like at different stages in the startup, at some point you want to go fast, at some point you need to go slow. So that's how we've aligned like designer skill sets to the different phases, to the different industries, such that, and at the same time creating a very inclusive environment and like sense of belonging and community, like for designers, so that they are happy and they enjoy the diversity, and that's how we're able to deliver across multiple domains. Like, so we've been growing organically. I mean, we are bootstrapped, we are bootstrapped and cash flow rich and growing at a CAGR of 40% year on year. And all this is through word of mouth and referrals, and like because our retention rates are really good. And we've been, like, last year we've been focusing on productizing the entire service, in terms of someone comes with an idea, yeah, I can launch it in 3 months, right? What we are actually looking at now is to grow, to scale exponentially. I mean, we've been growing, and growing is not a problem, but now we need to scale exponentially, because we have the like we've been working on the foundation, like we have productized services, we have the right people at the right place, and we have the capability of like launching 30 startups in parallel, because like the processes and all are defined, right? So we are looking at opening up opening a center in every city of the country, like every major startup hub, like have a design cost center, like every co-working space, wherein we help founders like from idea to launch like in 3 months. I mean, that's the main objective. So the thing is, right, when a founder has an idea, they are the first people they come to, because first they want design, then after design they want development, and then marketing, and then sales, and then funding, and all of it, right? And because we've been in the in the space for 9 years, like we have an ecosystem of partners. So our core specialization is design, but we have tie-ups with partners that help in fundraising, with marketing, sales, SEO, product management, and so we have an ecosystem in place. We have to just channelize, bring in the volume to channelize it. So our main funding objective is to actually tie up with accelerators, incubators, angel investors, VCs, anyone that fund, like, so either you fund a startup at a seed, pre-seed level, and then like we take the idea like from there to a Series A startup, wherein once you raise Series A funding, there's generally a lot of chaos. Like suddenly, like your growth, traction, everything is on an uphill, and things tend to fall between the cracks, and there is chaos. And because and we have like expertise even in team building. So in terms of coming in, setting up processes, like communication. So the whole communication channel tools, like how to stabilize the whole org for a Series A company, because since we are into team building, so the whole people, processes, strategy, quality control, fractional design manager as a service, that's something also that we do. So Marquee has been, fun to work with. Y'all are a bunch of really smart folks. I remember the first time, when I came to y'all, I almost had 3 versions, like of the pitch deck. But I think, just helping me, like acting as a sounding board, like helping me consolidate, like the vision together, and even putting like, and again, right, because y'all are in the productized service space yourself, so y'all understand, the business, that I'm building, right? So like getting the pitch in place, the financial model, y'all have been super helpful, because like I've been delaying this whole process of raising funds, because fundraising like is such a time consuming process, but I think y'all just make it a cakewalk, so like y'all just make it easy. And I'm really happy for what y'all are doing. Thanks for all the support.